Hey puppy killers! Sorry I haven't posted it in a while again. I've shot this video so many times because I don't like it every single time, and I'm not enthusiastic because I'm really tired. And so I'm gonna do this again. I'm back at the river where I last filmed, and it's nice. It's really hot today, so I'm making a sacrifice sitting in the sun for you guys. Anyways, okay, so I went on this trip called Fall Trip, which is pretty awesome. It's a trip where you go on in the fall, and yeah, I bleached my hair. Like, isn't it cool? Isn't it cool? Isn't it? Is my face red? I can't tell. I ran over here because I don't like people seeing me walk. I have like, I don't know, there's something that I don't like people watching me walk. I don't know. It's really hot. Anyways, so on Fall Trip, I haven't been climbing one, so I went on a climbing trip, and it was called Shelf Road, and we were next to a city called Cannon City, and it had a prison in it, and it was really scary, and it was like a scary, sketchy city, and I was really scared while driving through it, all the way to Shelf Road. We went there and we climbed a lot from Monday to Friday. Monday was all driving and setting up camp, and Friday was packing up camp and driving. So yeah, on Monday, in the middle of our drive, we took a hike because it's a 5-hour drive from Carbondale. And here are some videos. This one we walked up a ridge, and we kind of, not really to the top, but close to the top. And I took some photos. Here they are. I took some photos. Here they are. Because I said that weird. Anyways, so it was nice up there. It was really breezy and cold. I like it when it's cold. Anyways, we walked back down, and we went to the restroom, and then I think you really needed to know that we went to the restroom. Anyways, and then we got back into the van and we drove for like another 2.5 hours, I think. And then we got off and we got to Shelf Road. Well, we stopped in Cannon City at a park, and the park was sketchy. It was like the saddest park ever. Sad. And it was like as smaller than the White House. And that's not a good thingy. It was smaller than a house. It was the sad part, and that's where we filled up our water bottles. Then we got to the place where we were setting up camp, and here's our camp after we set it up. That's Carol in the background, if you're wondering. Yeah, she's Asian. They gave me to know that. Anyways, I was with a bunch of Asians. Like there was like 10 or 14 of us or something like that, and there were 4 Americans and the rest were Asians, and it was really weird, and they kept saying Asian, and it was funny because when they were climbing and they messed up or fell off, they would yell really loud in Chinese, and it was funny. And then one of the guys on my group liked the anime, and I told him about Black Butler. He's like, oh my god, so many of the girls like Black Butler. He's like, oh my god. And then my mom. And so yeah, and then he started calling me the anime girl, and he's a sophomore, I think, and he's pretty cool. I'm wearing his beanie right now because he let me. I borrowed his beanie a lot. Yeah, and then when we got off the bus, right when we got there, we heard like that, and then we looked at the bus and it was steaming, like the engine. And we looked at it, and then a bunch of water poured down, and we thought it was going to explode, so we all ran away. and obviously it didn't explode. It was just the radiator, or like the water thingy broke, and then something happened with the water thingy that cools down the engine, and all the water poured out. We had to call a mechanic, and we were there till like 9 in the morning on Friday, waiting for the stupid mechanic. Because he messed up the first time, he fixed it on Thursday, but he messed up, and so we called him again on Friday, and then we finally got it fixed, and it was frustrating. But the last climb was even more frustrating. The very last time on Thursday, like this teacher, I was not gonna mention her name, but this teacher, she was like, you can do this. This is the perfect one. I've been watching you all these days, and I think you can do this. And I was like, yeah, I can, because it was a 5.9, and 5.9 is really hard for beginners. So I was like, I can do this. And then I was doing face climbing before that, and which is really harder than like the other climb. Like face climbing is like just flat, so like it's hard, like little grips, so you can't really hold on to things. And I did that, and it was a 5.9, and I was like, yeah, I think I can do this, because it was like ridgy and like bumpy and stuff, and it was really long, but I couldn't do it, and I got so angry, and I gave up, and then I never finished it. I got so angry, and when I get really angry, I start to cry. Like, I don't lash out or yell or anything, I just cry. And so I drank my favorite drink, because it was my last one, because it was my I forgot what it's called, but like we get to bring one thing from where we live to make ourselves comfortable, like. But Andy brought like a billion things. He brought like a blow-up mattress. He brought a tent. He brought Cocoa Puffs. He brought all of this stuff, and it was like so modern. And we wouldn't be surprised if he has a fridge in there. And it was funny. And so, anyways, I brought I think two drinks on my favorite, and I drank one, and it was my last one on Thursday. And it made me happier, so I tried again, and I still couldn't do it, but I was happy that I still tried again, and I tried to do it again. I made it a little bit more than halfway the second time, and I was really happy about that. Even though I didn't finish it, I still tried it, because usually when I give up on something, I just get really angry, and I never want to try again. I give up very easy. Driving there, we saw some moose, which is really weird to see in Colorado. Really weird, because they're like, aren't they in Alaska or something? I don't know. I think they're only in Alaska. So we saw some moose in the middle of Aspen, and we're like, oh my god! And they're huge! They're flipping huge! It's like, what? It's crazy. They're like huge. They're so much bigger than a horse. Like when my mom told me when I was small that they were bigger than a horse, I didn't believe her. I'm like, what can be bigger than a horse? What? That's not possible. There's nothing bigger than a horse. And then I was proven wrong. Well, I know now there's something bigger than a horse, like a whale. But I was proven wrong when I was small.